Another first here at Highmark Stadium that cap off day one of Section 6 Championship football. This is the G&G Fitness postgame show of the Class C Championship game between Health Sciences and McKinley. And for the first time in program history, Francis, the McKinley Macs are section champions.
Yeah, they've been to this field 2 times before. Last year they came here, got blown out by Sweet Home. This time it's the Macs delivering the blow, and perhaps one of the bigger upsets of the weekend. We've already hit, this is the second one already. The McKinley Macs defeating Health Sciences, getting revenge on a loss they had earlier in the year on a Health Sciences team, which had just been dominating all year, but McKinley comes out strong and gets the victory.
And not only that, they've knocked off an undefeated team. So the only undefeated team left in all of Section 6 is the Class D champion Newfane Panthers. But let's talk about this game real quick, of how this game ensued. Literally, figuratively speaking, McKinley punched Health Sciences in the mouth early on, and they just kept on going and going and never stopped.
Yeah, it was kind of the reverse of what happened in the first game, where Health Sciences came out, punched, you were there for that one, punched McKinley in the mouth. But this time McKinley came out strong. They kept pushing the line, and Health really didn't have an answer. You could tell they got into their own head, and the frustration really just grew as the game went on.
Yeah, and in this game, when the second half started, 30-6 was the score starting in the second half. Health Sciences, I don't know if this is something they've done all season, but had a little bit of adjustment to the running game. It wasn't Kayvon Pitts and Kevin Guy to start off their opening drive. It was Amari Ridgway, who's had some success in the running attack. He was out there for the drive. Kevin Guy was on the sidelines, and Kayvon Pitts was used as a receiver in the slot. And they were getting the ball down the field, but unfortunately, inside the red zone, Ridgway fumbles it, and McKinley is able to pick up the fumble.
Yeah, that was a huge, I think that was the final nail in the coffin for Health Sciences. They had some momentum in that drive, and you think maybe they would have scored, they could have come back or at least made this a game, but after that point, it felt like Health Sciences really didn't have much left in the tank to be able to come back in this one.
And then in the fourth quarter, Anthony Moore, the third for McKinley, had a rushing touchdown. They got the 2-point conversion to go up 38-6 with just over 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. Health Sciences was able to score off a Jordan Oliver passing touchdown to Makari Smith. They got the 2-point conversion to make it 38-14 with 6:07 to go in the game. Health Sciences had another opportunity to try to go down the field, but you might see it on social media pages when you saw our graphic of the final score. Cardell Staples had a one-handed interception, and a part of this resounding defense, Francis, that really stood tall throughout all 4 quarters of play.
Yeah, this McKinley team knew they had one job, and that was to stop the run, and they did it, and Health Sciences really didn't have any other answers once McKinley was able to stop the run. Going back to Cardell Staples, obviously you mentioned the interception, but he had a fantastic day on offense. He ran the ball 26 times for 126 yards and a touchdown. That's on top of, as a receiver, he had 3 catches for 44 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had the first touchdown of the game along the sideline here that I think really jump-started that McKinley offense early on and really gave them that momentum.
And then Kaylon Ford, give him credit too. 3 touchdown passes on the evening, as well as Anthony Moore having a rushing touchdown. Tayon Mullen, I believe, also had a touchdown reception as well. And then for the defensive side, very good collaborative effort, able to stop running back duos in Kayvon Pitts and Kevin Guy. And then it literally had to go down to Oliver to try to throw the ball down the field. He found some success as the second half went along, but as the second half went along, though, Francis, you knew that at certain points when they were trying to throw the ball, it was too little too late.
Yeah, it was too little too late, as you mentioned. A lot of prevent defense from McKinley there, and they knew exactly what they had to do to really stop them, and really, at least if they're going to score, make that drive as long as they can.
So for this game next week at All High, they will face either the winners of the Section 5 Class A championship game that will get started tomorrow at Rush Henrietta. They will face either Brighton or the dual school of East World of Inquiry. Again, that will be played Friday night at Rush Henrietta. Whoever 2 teams win that, they'll face Section 6 winner in McKinley. And Francis.
And that's game's gonna be at All High, a place where McKinley is very familiar with. They played a couple home games there this season.
And so with that, day one in the books here for Section 6 football, championship football here at Highmark Stadium for the final time. Tomorrow, stay tuned for our pre, half, and post-game shows. We'll have those for the Class B game between Lackawanna and West Seneca East, and then Double A to round it out, Bennett facing Jamestown. And Francis, those should be some really good games.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You have in that Class B game Lackawanna, West Seneca East, two teams which are built very similarly with very similar styles. I'm interested to see who controls that line of scrimmage and if that could be a back-and-forth game. Then the Double-A game, Jamestown-Bennett played very close earlier in the season. We'll see if Jamestown has what it takes to, get the win that way, or will Bennett take care of business in that one?
Well, I'll tell you what a long day we've had here. I'm sure you've had a long day as well. I want to, thank you for obviously doing what you do for West New York Athletics. It's been a great job getting this set up here ready for day one. Our own producer and part of graphics, Evan Tringali, has done a phenomenal job as our producer and on the social media side of things, making sure we grab highlights, graphics, and making sure we are up and running as well. I want to thank, though, the championship teams from this afternoon. Newfane, first ever section title, getting it done in Class D against a rival in Wilson. And then you had Chautauqua Lake Westfield Brockton winning their section title over an undefeated Southwestern Frewsburg. Undefeated, no more, season over. But for Chautauqua Lake, they move on to the Far West Regionals. And then McKinley doing what Newfane did and then what Chautauqua Lake did. They win their first section title, and they knock off an undefeated team. What a great 3 games we've had here at Highmark Stadium. And we thank you guys for tuning into all of our pregame, half-game, and post-game shows of the Class D, C, and A game. We'll have more tomorrow here at Highmark, but we'll sign off here on the G&G Fitness post-game show along with Evan Tringali and Francis Beck. My name is Jacob Fyack. We'll see you guys here tomorrow for more championship high school football.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness, your goal.